There's a certain kind of woman you meeting life. One who doesn't flirt loudly, doesn't chase, doesn't throw herselfento your orbit like others do. She's not giggling around you. She's no texting late at night, and she's definitely not posting hints on social media, hoping you'll notice. In fact, if you didn't know any better, you'd think wasn't interested at all. But here, that's the paradox. She's the one who feels the most. She's the one who thinks about you more than she wants to admit. She's Theon, whose heart races when ya walk into thumb, but whose pride won't let it chow on her face. Because when a woman likes you deeply, it's not casual. It's not fun and games. Personal. It's raw, and it terrifies her. Shake a normal around you or, even distant. She might avoid your eyes. She might keep things light and attached, but Tun's surface is our whirlwind off emotion, as she's trying to control bees deep down. She knows you're a different, and different dangerous. Different means she could get hurt. Different means she lose control. And so Tata flang in. She pulls back. Bothers, what most men miss. Even when she hides it, her feelings leave behind a trail debt in her eyes. In her tone. In her body language. In her. And once you understand how to read that trail, we'll never again left wondering what's really going on. So in this video, I'm going to show you 7 hidden behaviors that were municipal hein. They secretly like you to plea buttoned, want any and. These aren't the obvious scenes you've heard 1,000 times. These are the subtle patterns, the hidden confessions, the emotional reflexes that betray us too proud or too afraid to say out loud. If you've ever felt like a woman like D but was pulling away at the time. If you've ever sensed a connection but couldn't figure out why suddenly became colder, quieter, or more formal, you're about to understand exactly why and what to do next. Let's dive in. Most men walk through life blind toe hats right in front of them. They wait for the obvious scenes. They wait for a woman to better act clear and express. They wait forwards. But there's the truth most men have learned. The deeper her feelings go, the quieter she becomes. Because even when a woman truly likes you, not casually, not playfully, not the I'll text him back in a few hours kind of off-licking, but the deep-sounding kinfat itches her emotionally. She doesn't bam louder about it. She becomes more careful. Suddenly, she's overthinking, very move, trying not to starry. She's trying not to let her voice shake. She's trying to pretend she's fine when she's standing inches away from the one. Mama's got her heart beating out off rhythm. And in her mind, that's 04 because real desire isn't just exiting, it's destabilizing. It threatens her emotional control. Dotracon's parts offer she's been trying to keep buried, and it makes her ask terrifying questions. What if he doesn't feel the same? What if I showed too much too soon? What if I open myself and guard again? So what does she do? She has it. She masks it with indifference. She builds walls with politeness. She turns down the loom of her body language, while her heart pounds bend the silence. And this is where 99% of men go wrong. They assume she's not interested. They assume her distance means disconnection. They assume herness means move on. But 4th F. Hohave developed disciple O awareness, the calm, stoic ability to observe subtle energy shifts, to feel, or without needing her to speak, to notice signs, shed even realize shifts, giving men see the truth and echoes of these, see what most can't they become, what most women never find. This video is for that man. The man who doesn't chase. The man who doesn't beg for attention. The man who watches room in silence and reads everything loud and clear. Today, and going tell you the hidden behaviors. Women display one, they like deeply, but can't admit it. These are the tricks. Or reclakes. These are the emotional fingerings AFL male desire. The patterns thatescape, even the most emotionally guarded women, cause, while her lips may stay silent, her body will speak, her energy will shift, and her eyes will tell Thwaho's story. Butler, you're wise in auto, notice. Let's get into it. 1. Camus. Emotionally guarded. Right when you expect openness at first glance, Chaz is polite, maybe even cold. Sha makes Mo laughs at the right moments, and carries herself with confidence. Mutment, things get real when you look her in the eyes. Ask a question. Fat cuts deeper, or say something's answer. Her entire energy shifts. She pulls back, her posture tightens. Her tone becomes safer, more calculated. Sure, directs the conversation, or brushes it off with humor. Now, most men misinterpret this as a lack of interest, but the truth. She's emotionally guarding herself because she likes you too much, and she doesn't want to give that part away. You've triggered something real in her, and will scar her. She's not being cold. She's protecting hers from a feeling that's quickly growing beyond her control. And instead of expressing it, she retreats via mask-off distance. The more she senses your intelligence. 4. She tests Sue not to play games. Booty, can you handle the fire behind her silence, or will you misread her like every other man has before? 2. Shetries, to still hide her attention. Bother subconscious Ofsky is giving her away. She pretend, NATO, look a talked to theirs while you're Anabi. She might not even say hello. Inu entered their room, but then, Yao catch her glancing hen, she thinks. You are not watching. You feel her presence around you. Morphton, Bose. She laughs at you or jokes of in, when she's not part of a conversation. She positions herself where she can hear you, since you feel your energy without off her saying a word, toe. Why? Because she's interested, but she doesn't want you or anyone else. Oh no. So she does what so many emotionally intling women do. When they're overwhelmed by her, she starts managing her presence around you, hiding behind normal behavior, while her interior or nervous system is begging for connection. She's paying attention to your words, your tone, your energy, all of it. Even when her eyes avoids, her focus is razor sharp out, and here's the hidden truth. The woman who avoids you the most might body one lows thinking about you the most. 3. She overcorrects in tally just to keep herself composite. There's a moment when a woman realizes you've impacted her emotionally, not just physically, not just intellectually, but And when that happens, something strange occurs. She doesn't flirt more. She becomes more formal. Most mechanical, polish destined do. It's her shield. She avoids casual couches. She stopped joking asmac. She speak carefully, not wants chop issue away, but because trying to stay composed while her feelings are rare aspiring underneath surface. This is the paradox. The deeper hair attraction runs the more proper sheep beckons. As if professional distances, as if treating you like a stranger could quiet fire inside her. And yet the signal waist leg through thigh hesitation in her voice on Nissa Soriori boundaries. The constant off correction, it's not ejection, it's restrained. It means you're more powerful in her world than she's read admit for. Sure. Mirrors you, not consciously. By instinctive, one of the most primal sense of connection. When simians emotional sense with you, they begin consciously copy your body language, rhythm, tone, and gestures, even your breathing. And Weena, woman, likes you deeply. but is trying to keep it hidden. Mirroring becomes Azalent lake of her suppressed emotions. She might sip the way you sit. Cross her legs when you do. Sip or drink after you sip, your earth. Match your emotional energy when you speak. This is the flattery. It's not manipulation. It's chemistry that's too strong to contain. It's your emotional system oughtening to yours even when her words say nothing at all. And here's where the stoic man passed. You don't look for watches. You read how she moves around you. How she responds to your stillness. How matches your calm without realizing that. Kind of subconscious. Sensing is never fake. Raw attraction. Bleeding throat. The mask of normally 5. She brings up other men bet watches yak closely. When she does, when a woman likes you but is trying to gauge your interiorist or protect her pride, she may mention other men in passing. Maybe she'll say, Zen on mistake, by friend said something funny about Minari the worst. But the key, she isn't telling Yao about those men. She's watching you. She wants to know, are you listening? Are you affected? Do you seem disinterested or possessive? Do I shift? Do you stay calm? It's not a game, it's emotional conness. It's trying to radio without exposing herself, because if Sheha's fallen for you, she's also afraid offing alone. And so cautious. And if you remain steadyond, fist, masculine, curious, but not reactive, you show her something powerful. Kind of man who doesn't flinch. And that's exactly of Manchuensto. Open up to 6, she tells you off stories, then retreats into safety ones. She's telling you about her childhood. The next, she's changing these object. 1 minute she gets vulnerable, immediately pulls back with a lore, a joke, this icy motion exposuring, real time. She gives you a glimpse off her heart, but Asoc in Sheffield feels seen. She hides a tag in Y, because Thiev touched a nerve. You've reached a space inside of her that Mosman never reach. Can as much as she wins to Goddifer, just afraid of what you'll see, and whether you'll stay. So she gives you breadcrumbs of depth at tiny tests of safety dots. Silent invitations for connection, masked as casual stories. But if you respond with presence, nourish, no pressure, no judgment, that's when she begins to you with sway. And once a woman trusts you emotionally, she starts giving you something even more valuable than her attention, her truth points, even shedyappers emotionally. Not to reject you. Not to reject you, but to contain her. Then hardest onto, except in the mast misunderst. Sometimes, when a woman truly likes you, she distances herself emotionally, physically, suddenly. No warning, don't do reason, just a shift. You'll feel her fade from your world. And I feel Ulyssum, she's last interest, but reality. She's overwhelmed by the depth of her feelings. And her first instinct is control. She needs space to think, analyze, to protect their dignity, to not falling for a man. We will might not fall back. The silent-sized ejection it. It's the self-preservation. She's stepping away to keep her overtaking her judgment and hairy paradox. If you chase she, or if you panic, she claws tighter. But if you stay calm, grounded in your masculineness, oh, she feels safe, remembers why she felt so drawn to you in the first place. And eventually churns not with wolves, it's time, but with curiosity. To base, you've shown her thought. Emotional diff doesn't have Tomian emotional case. So now that you've assigned these signs, you understand what most men ever will, that when a woman likes you deeply, it doesn't always look like what you expect. It's YIRTY. It's not always oi.dot. It's not always loud. Smet azites, a subtle silence, a sudden distance, a careful glance. Quote, shift in energy that speaks louder than any words could. And the difference between average man and the grounded, emotionally aware man is that average man gets confused, impatient, or insecure. Haned's answers, he wants proof, he chases what's already trientacome toward harm, and doing so pushes it away. But the high volume in a stoic man, he doesn't rush. Hedo sent him. High observes. He senses who waits because he knows set traction isn't Seto's hidden, because it's real. And if she's hiding how she feels Abu, that alone is a sign thought of, vetoed something deeper. Thanserface level interest. Sod question your worth. Don't chase after clarity. Fat time will reveal. Instead, remain calm. Remain grounded, and let her energy show you're hot. Her words won't because eventually won't bebble to highlight. Now, if video had something in you, if it gave you insight you've never heard before, but helped you finally do it, a certain woman may be feeling. Don't leave without doing one small thing. Tap that like button. Not forther but to tell me your annual. Human woke actually gets it. Hit subscribe if you're ready to leave behind surface level dating advice, and step into a deeper understanding of malopsychology, traction, and stoic masculinity. Don't click that bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. Because here on Stoic Paradox, we don't play games, we master the inner world. And if there is a woman in your life right now who's been sending mixed signals, it's confusing energy or emotional puzzles, let me know and I read everything. I respond when I can, and I always keep it full. Remember this real connectionist, it tit. Subtle, it's emotional Deutsch, stoic. And once you learn to read between the lines, you'll never gain mistake distance for disinterested. Until next time, stay calm, stay clear, stay grounded. This is Anduva Hastas. A level Mossman never reach heel. COA in the next one.